Hello, welcome to Library Storytime. Our first story today is My Dog Never Says Please. I wouldn't expect a dog to say please, would you? No, not at all, not at all. All right. We just sat down to supper. I was hungry enough to eat Snow White's poisoned apple. Pass the potatoes, I called out. Is that the way to do it? No. Ma raised an eyebrow. Mind your manners, Jenny, she scolded. That's no way to ask. Then my pipsqueak brother Jack piped up. I always remember to use the magic word, he said, like he had a little halo over his head. She is like her little brother telling her things. Drat that, Jack. Sometimes I wish I were a dog. My dog never says please, and no one thinks a thing about it. Easy life old Red has got, lying in the sun all day, barking at crows and cats, enjoying an occasional scratch. Would you wish you were a dog? I don't think so. I grabbed a chicken leg as the platter went sailing by and tore into it, pretending I was a dog with a bone. Chew with your mouth closed, Jenny girl, Paul said sternly. No one wants to see what's going on inside your mouth. And use your napkin, said Ma. You've got gravy on your chin. Jenny's disgusting, said Jack, making a show of cutting his chicken into teensy little bits. See how he's being very proper? It's okay to eat chicken with your fingers, but not like her. I spit out a piece of gristle and swiped at my mouth. Wish they'd all just leave me alone. Old Red eats with his mouth open, and he never uses a napkin. They don't pick on him. Why couldn't I be a dog? There was some of Ma's sweet-tasting, mouth-watering cherry pie for dessert. Mine was gone in less time than it takes to tweak Jack's ear. Look what she's doing. My goodness.
She's going to have a messy face.
And it gets worse. I said, running my tongue over my plate to get the last sticky drops of cherry juice. You sure make the best pie in the world, Ma. How about a second helping? Jenny May Perkins, said Ma. You're hopeless. It's not good manners to lick your plate, and one helping of pie ought to be enough for a girl your size. But I'm growing, I said, wondering why she hadn't noticed that. Seems like she only looks at me to see my manners. Anyway, what's wrong with licking your plate? It's a sign of respect. Shows how much you like something. My dog licks plates, and everyone pats him and tells him he's a good dog. Lucky old Red. I excused myself and hightailed it out of there, fixing to grab my jump rope and go outside. But Ma had other ideas. She poked her head inside my room. Seeing how you're done with supper, she said, you can get started on this room of yours. Looks like a tornado went through here. Wow, that's a mess, isn't it? How does she get that chair like that? That's a big old mess. Ma, I said, I like it this way. Everything's right where I can see it instead of hiding away in drawers. Ma just gave me one of her looks, the kind that would burn a hole through an iron safe. While I was picking things up, old Red helped himself to my bed. He scrunched up in the covers and settled down for a snooze. I scowled. Why don't you get out in the yard and clean up your doghouse, I told him. But he just stretched and rolled over, so I scratched his belly. What a life he's got. I finished my room and grabbed my jump rope and headed for the back door, figuring to sneak out quietly before Ma could see me and think up something else for me to do. I had 1 foot out the screen door when Jack, that little tattler, started hollering. "Ma!" he bawled. "Jenny's going outside in her bare feet." "Jenny May," Ma called, "put something on your feet. Pa's been hammering out back, and there's likely to be nails around. First thing, you'll go poking one through your foot." That could be dangerous, couldn't it? "Oh, Ma," I said, "shoes crowd my toes. Truth is, I didn't know where my shoes were, now that my room was all cleaned up." "Don't argue with your Ma," Pa said. "Go put your shoes on." I let go of the screen door. Old Red must have heard it squeal, 'cause all of a sudden he streaked by, almost knocked me over as he pushed it open and leaped outside. I sure didn't notice any shoes on his feet. Talk about unfair! Seems to me a dog's life is much better than mine. And the more I thought about it, the madder I got, till finally I just sort of boiled over. "You treat old Red better than you treat me," I yelled, "correcting my manners and making me work all the time, and I hate wearing shoes. I want to be a dog." Then, try as I might to hold them back, tears poured out of my eyes like a waterfall. Ma hurried over and laid her hand on my shoulder. Jack snickered, but Paul shut him up with a look. Paul scratched his head. "You want to be a dog?" "Yep," I said, still sniffling. "I sure do." And so here she goes outside. There she runs out. There's the dog with his bone. She looks like she's happy, doesn't she? And then here we go. We got a cat up the tree. Oh, and dog's digging the earth. She still looks happy. You think she's going to stay happy as a dog? There they are sleeping in the doghouse. She added Red and me. And that's how I, Jenny Mae Perkins, ended up sleeping in a doghouse and begging for scraps. Oh, Red's real good about sharing, though. I think he's even given me some of his fleas. Yuck. But I do miss Ma's cooking. Right now I hear pork chops sizzling through the open window. Ma must be getting supper ready. Sure does smell good. Maybe she'll save me a bone with a little meat on it. There's lots of black clouds coming our way. Looks like it might rain. I wonder if the doghouse leaks. Oh, look at her now. What do you think? Think she's still happy?
No, she's dropping.
Paul says I can go back to being myself anytime I have a mind to. So maybe I'll just saunter on in and wash up for supper. Sounds like she changed her mind. But if that brother of mine dares to say even one teensy little word, why, I might just haul off and bite him on the arm. Well, I don't know. Did she learn anything yet?
No.
Didn't sound like it, did it? All right, Miss Lisa.
All right, well, manners really matter, okay? It's the way we work with people to be polite. And so today we're going to talk about some manners, just like the little girl in the story there. She wasn't using her manners very much. So let's take a look at some of these pictures. What are these two kids doing? Sharing. So I want you to hold on to that. What is this lady doing? Right, yeah, these are good manners. Eating with her mouth shut. What is this man doing?
Sitting down and I'm working on his computer.
Yeah, he's sitting at his desk the right way, isn't he? And what is this lady doing?
Sneezing with a napkin.
Yeah, she's using her tissue to cover up the sneeze, right? All right, what is this family doing?
Eating, having a nice dinner.
Yeah, they're all eating and talking and having a very nice dinner together. What are these two gentlemen doing?
Opening the door.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're opening the door for one another. What's this little boy doing?
Cleaning his room.
Yeah, his room is all clean. He's even getting that little bit of dust up, right? And then what's this lady doing? Being quiet and keeping her mouth shut, right? All right, so now I've got some bad manner pictures, and we're going to match them with the good manners. So what is this man doing?
Not sitting down, and putting his feet on a table.
Yeah, and look, he's even got a rolly chair. So if his feet aren't on the ground, what's he going to do? He'll probably roll away. So that's a bad manner. Who's got the good manner to go with it? What did we say was the better thing to do? Can you put that up there next to this up here? This is a bad manner, and this up here is the good manner. That's right. That's the way we're supposed to do things. All right. What are these two people doing?
No on the door open.
This lady, she just slammed that door right in the other lady's face. That's bad. We don't want to do that. What should we do?
She's about to fall.
And so here we have the two gentlemen, one opening the door just right there for her. All right, I dropped a picture somewhere. Where'd it go? Okay, it's over there. All right, let's look at this picture. What is wrong with this family?
They aren't eating. Well, he's playing on his phone.
Yeah, do we take our phone to family dinners? Let's hope not. When we are all at the table together, the best manners would be to have the phones put away for a while, right? And everybody enjoy their dinner and talk about what you did during the day. Okay, what about this? What's he doing? His mouth is wide open and little particles of food are coming out. That is bad manners. It's better that we eat with our mouth shut. We don't want to see what's going on inside your mouth. That's what the mom told Ginny in the story, right? All right, here's the funniest picture of them all. Are you ready? What's this?
Ooh.
Oh, is this good manners?
No.
Not at all. Oh my goodness, what should this boy be doing? Using the tissue, right? Oh, that's just gross, right? All right, here's some bad manners. What are these two children doing? They are fighting over a toy, and instead we should be sharing the toys. Very good. Look at this lady, this little girl. What's she doing? Yelling and screaming. That's sort of what Ginny did in our story, didn't she? We'll stick this here. And what should we be doing? Talking quietly, okay, when we're with our friends. Use our inside voice when we're inside, right? And our last picture, this looks like the picture out of that story, where the toys are just everywhere where she can see them. But look, there's also dirt all piled up. That's bad manners. What should we do instead?
Clean up.
Clean up, right? All right, there's that boy, and he's cleaning every last little bit. His room is all spotless.
It's like opposite.
Yeah, they are sort of like opposites, aren't they? Yep, you're right.
Yeah, because
All right.
the opposite loud is quiet.
So I hope
And the
that you
opposite
guys
quiet is loud.
use your good manners at home. Sit properly at your desk, open doors for others, enjoy a good family dinner, use your inside voice when you're inside, chew with your mouth closed, use your tissues, share your toys, and clean your room. All right, you ready for another book?
Yep.
Another story? This is called Izzy and Oscar.
I was wondering what that pet was.
Izzy and Oscar. Oh my goodness. So it's a whole beach story, it looks like. There's that octopus. It's purple, just like the word Oscar. So maybe his name is Oscar. We'll have to find out. All right, here we go. Call me Izzy. There she is. It's only Isabel if I'm in trouble, and a captain is never in trouble. Well, almost never. Everybody in the crew already had a pet except me. A real pirate captain has to have a mascot, Flynn said. A real pirate should also know how to swim. But if you can't, just stay out of the water. A clever captain never walks the plank. Avast me, hearties! Let's go hunt for treasure. Aye, aye, Captain, said Sam. So it looks like maybe she doesn't know how to swim, and her friends are saying, feed her to the fish, mutiny. But she's taken charge. She's the captain. Right where X marks the spot, there was Oscar. I guess he just splashed out of the ocean and slithered into town. There's your mascot, Flynn said. So then here's a little parrot saying Polly. Here's one saying Cracker. Most pirates have a parrot, don't they? Not an octopus. I really wanted a pet monkey, but the little octopus was really pretty cute. He'll do, I said. I'll load him onto the jolly boat and set sail for home. So they're pretending, aren't they? And this little wagon has a sail on it, so that's their boat. Izzy, when I said maybe you could get a pet, I meant a traditional pet, said Mom. Tradition's mission, I said. I will teach him to be a good pet. At first I didn't know what to feed him, and it didn't take too long to figure it out. After a while, he would spit out the can. Okay, so look, she's feeding him grass, feeding him dog food. Then I guess these are like sardines or like tuna fish. Okay, so he's eating something else that comes out of the ocean. The crew had lots of helpful suggestions. My cat is soft and snuggly to sleep with, Finn said. I tried cuddling up with Oscar, but it was too hard to sleep, squeezed in underneath my bunk. My bird can perch on my shoulder and say, shiver me timbers, Tia said. Oscar would perch on my shoulders too. Well, sort of. My dog can play frisbee, Sam said. So I tried teaching Oscar some tricks. Sit, shake, scuttle me skippers. Oscar wouldn't fetch a ball or a paper, and he brought back other things, but he did have one really good trick. Oh, I wonder what his good trick is. Camouflage. Oscar could blend in with anything and totally disappear. I wish I could hide like that, especially when my mom says someone needs to take out the garbage.
Ooh.
Of course, I have to walk him. He's pretty good on a leash. Well, mostly. He's trying to climb up the wall. Oscar ate a lot, and he grew bigger, and so did his octopoop. The more you eat, the more comes out, right? Hey, maybe you could ride him, Sam said. I took him to the stable and saddled him up. Giddy up, Oscar. Is that going to work? Trying to teach Oscar to be a pet was a lot harder than I expected, and it was really cutting into my treasure hunting time. Come, Oscar, an octopus belongs in the ocean, not with people. But then Oscar went camo. I hunted high and low, but I couldn't find my little scurvy octopus anywhere. He'll turn up when he gets hungry, said Mom. Actually, he turned up sooner. I guess Mom ran right into him. Isabel! That octopus squirted ink all over her. A traditional pet does not squish out black ink all over everything, and your mother. Abandon ship, I ordered. Oscar spoodled out the door. I ran after him, but as I passed the city pool, help, help, man overboard. Uh-oh, I scrambled over to help, but before you could say Jack Sparrow, splash, double uh-oh, help, Finn hollered, help, help, I bubbled. Uh-oh, now we have 2 kids in the pool. Suddenly, I felt something wrap around my waist and jet me up to the surface. My cat cannot do that, said Flynn. The pool manager came running, and Mom did too. Everyone okay? Ship shape, I said, thanks to Oscar. And then I spied Oscar squiggling away. Ahoy, Oscar, don't go! And that's how the city pool got the best lifeguard ever. And that's how I finally learned to swim. And there's one more thing that I learned that octopuses are really good at. Octo hugs.
Aw.
Because how many arms does an octopus have?
8.
8, because octo means 8. Yep, so great big old hugs from the octopus. Yep, and then there's a bunch of octo facts. Yeah, you can check this out from the library and read more about octopuses. Pretty cool. All right, Miss Kim.
All right, we've got one more story today. The Jungle Run. Here comes the animals one by one, all getting ready for the jungle run. Cub turns up to take her place, but the others say, "You're too small to race." Aw, look at her. Kind of cute. Everybody else is all excited. She wants to be a part of it. Parrot squawks to start the fun, and off they go on the jungle run. Poor little Cub cries, "Wait for me!" But Cub is small, so the others don't see. They sure got some dust coming up from their feet, don't they? They come to the clearing with the big vine net. They have to go under, so under they get. They all get tangled and twisted and caught. The net's much trickier than they thought. But Cub is small, so she slips straight through. Then she takes the lead as she yells, "Yahoo!" They have to cross the stream by swinging on a rope. The rope is sturdy, or so they hope. Uh-oh. Although the rope looks weak and thin, Cub crosses and doesn't fall in. So Elephant trumpets and makes a dash. He misses the rope. Uh-oh. Splash! He wasn't as good as swinging. Poor old Elephant gives a groan as the others all use him as a stepping stone. But Cub's out front and she's skipping along. "You can't catch me," is Cub's cute song. That reminds me of the gingerbread man in that story. Yes, exactly. Did you notice the little frog down here? At last they're coming to the end of the run. This is the part that looks most fun. They have to grab a mat at the top of the slide and surf to the bottom. Wow, what a ride. They're on their mats and they're zooming along when, oops, oh dear, something goes wrong.
Yikes.
Yep, they're not surfing, are they?
Nope.
Elephant's mat gets out of control. He loses his balance. He's starting to roll. They try to save him as he bounces past. Oh dear. But he's much too heavy and he's going too fast. They all get caught in the speed and the swirl till soon they're one big animal whirl. Oh no, they're dropping. They're going to crash. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. The little bird looks worried. Splash! They've landed safely right in the lake. They're at the finish. There's juice and cake. What are you looking for? The bird? See that fish that splashed up out of the water?
I don't know what it is. Is it flying?
But where is Cub? Oh, no. Oh, dear. They're all worried about him now. Look, she's won, and she's over here. She grins and waves as she sings this song. Hey, what took you all so long? You said at the start I was much too small. But see, I'm not, 'cause I beat you all. Pretty funny. That cake looks yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Somebody take a first slice.
Yep. I wonder if Cub already had. Nope, there it is. There's the slice that came out. Pretty good. Well, the race is over and Cub has won, but they all join in and they all had fun. Everybody's happy. I think there's a bit of sportsmanship in that story. Yeah. You know, when you lose, like all these animals did, they still had a good attitude, didn't they? And they were smiling and having a good time even though they lost. So I think that's a very good book about sportsmanship in my mind. The Jungle Run, a lot of fun the animals had in that story, didn't they? All right. Well, we've had quite a variety of things today, haven't we? We started out with manners, and then we learned about having an octopus for a pet was only good because you got lots of octohugs. Because an octopus has how many arms again? 8. And then we also had the story, The Jungle Run, about being good losers. I think that's a great thing. All right. Well, that was wonderful. Hope you all enjoyed the stories today, and we trust you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.